Sure, I have influences. Some of them I can't really talk about because I get a little emotional, but I will tell you that T-Bone Walker was probably the main reason I got into music. He and Jonathan Winters. Um, and Jonathan didn't do a lot of records. We did some records, comedy records mostly, but there was a rhythm that this guy had that I use in all my stuff. It's a, if anybody really comes through in my records, I think it would be Jonathan Winters in terms of the rhythms, you know. It's kind of a syncopated thing. You know, everything I do is it's got a lot of what they call syncopation. It's a music business term that we use for things that are kind of off. I think my music is a little off, if you know what I'm saying.
Well, I know she's right behind me now, without looking back. I know she will untie me. How will I pay for that? And like she was the railroad, like she was the lost world, like she was the big hand turning back the sea, like she was the raging flower in the brickyard, like she was the only thing holding on to me. There is no revolution without boots and song. Her foot falls like a band-aid, I will sing along. Like she was the anvil, like she was the fire bell, like she was the fever, I wear like a crown, like she was the bomb scare, threatening me with heaven, like she was the only thing holds me to the ground. She's pretending to be wide awake, to be listening to me. Promises of love to last, at least for now, without a moment's peace. Like she was the tightrope, like she was the last hope, like she was Roosevelt's funeral in the street. Like she was the wildest horse out of the jungle, like she was the only thing calling out to me. Like she was the railroad, like she was the lost world, like she was the big hand turning back the sea. Like she was the raging flower in the brickyard, like she was the only thing holding on to me. Like she was the only thing holding on to me. Like she was the only thing holding on to me. Like she was the only thing holding on to me. Like she was the only thing holding on to me.
You know what? Madonna is my sister-in-law first, and a great singer, poet, songwriter second. And well, I'll put it this way: I didn't use her. Okay, I did not use Madonna to further my career. I mean, I thought about it, believe me. I mean, there were times when I was eating at Ben Frank's and, you know, barely able to tip the waitress, when I thought, golly, Madonna's just sitting over there in that big old house, and here I am eating beans and weenies at Ben Frank's. So yeah, there were times when I thought about using her. Okay, I asked her once and she turned me down. My wife wouldn't want me to talk about this. Sorry. You know, when I say I haven't sold out, I guess that's not exactly accurate. I mean, Trampoline kind of crossed over into the pop market, and it wasn't intentional. It's just I was feeling light when I made that record, hence the name Trampoline. I felt that, you know, here I'd been doing all these dark, brooding records and everything, and I think when I went into the studio, I just had a, well, it was kind of a new day for me, you know. I had a baby on the way, and I didn't feel like talking about anything bad. And I think on this record I've gone back to my soul, which is dark and horrible and twisted. You know, Trampoline really, well, people love Trampoline, and I got to say I was disappointed in it. This record has brought it all back. Because if I can't, you see that? It's like a ghost. The leaves and wind start, it's amazing. I bring up this record, and there are a lot of ghosts in this record, I gotta say. Trampoline was easy to make, you know, but that's not what I'm in this for. You know, I'm not in this music business, if you want to call it a business, to make things easy on myself. I do this as, well, it may sound trite, but it's my therapy. And this record has really, really cost me a lot of money. And some of my soul.
You need to take a break for a second.
Yeah.
I just can't bear to look anymore. I hear somebody laughing, I just figure I've been took. She stands right behind me with one hand on my back, my eyes are closed. Well, at first I think she speaks to me, but when I hear him say hi, I say, oh, oh. Thought that I was dumb, like I don't hear the talk from town, like I don't know what's about to come. Well, everybody knows that they left Paul without his clothes behind the barn in tears. Well, now we can't get him off that goddamn horse. could. Well, I'm getting up, I will. I know I really should. Well, this lake's too big for me, Jesus. Don't hold me to anything I do. Well, if I surrender now and let it swallow me, don't think they won't blame you. You.
Where I get political is when you start talking about insurance. I'm really against insurance. They charge you an arm and a leg for insurance. Now, I'm not insuring this new record. No insurance. The premiums are so high. Don't get me started about politics. I have an obsessed fan who cooks for me. She thinks that, since I am from Hawaii, that I need some good old home cooking from there. She brings my lunch every day at noon. She's never threatened me. As a matter of fact, from now on, I'm only starting this on this record. It's funny you mentioned that. I'm actually going to start putting my address on my records. I don't like movies, never have. I think, as a matter of fact, I don't even think they should have music in movies. It gets in the way. Hate it.
Mr. Henry, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. You guys told me that this was going to be like a fun thing. This is really depressing.